Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today we're doing a yoga practice for our pelvic chakra. So find a little bit of space to move. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get started. So let's begin by just finding a nice comfy seat and talk a little bit about the pelvic chakra. So it's located right below the belly button, the navel. Yesterday we did a practice for our root chakra, which was at the base of the spine. And this chakra comes right after that, right below the navel and above the root chakra. So you can place your hands on your low tummy and just kind of feel that energy flowing through that energy or through that chakra. And when we think about this chakra, it relates a lot to our reproductive and abdominal organs, so all internal goodies. It's our creativity and our positivity. And when we're in balance, we're open to change and we're excited about new things and we're just, excited, positive, creative. And when we're out of balance, we might be a little bit harder on ourselves. A little, just kind of stuck in a routine that works for us that we don't want to make any changes to, and we're comfortable. It's like our comfort zone, but to a flaw where we're kind of just stuck. So today we're going to do a practice. Our practice for the pelvic chakra is just going to leave us feeling nice and open, creative, positive, all good things. So you guys, with that being said, I almost forgot. If you have a block or a big book that you can use for one of the poses we do today, have that handy. If not, no worries. Find a nice comfy seat if you haven't already. And let's get going. Hands to your knees. Close your eyes if you're feeling good for that. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, turn your upper body to face the right side for a twist. Maybe that left hand wants to reach for that right knee, and the right hand could even come to the floor behind you. Sit a little taller, breathe, twist, relax. Thinking about that low tummy, that pelvic chakra, that ball of energy. Using an inhale, turning yourself back to face the front, sit up nice and tall, and exhale to the opposite side. So to open up the pelvic chakra, we do a lot of twisting, a lot of folding, and just massaging those internal organs, those reproductive organs. With your next inhale, turning yourself back to face the front. Let's take a nice big shoulder roll. Pull your shoulders up towards your ears, drop them back and down. Do that again. And one more. Awesome work, you guys. All right, let's come onto our hands and our knees. Tabletop position. Spreading those fingers wide. Knees are right underneath the hips. We're just going to slide the left hand to the middle of the shoulders. So move it to the middle of your mat, and we're going to take a twist. As you inhale, reach up with the right hand. If that's too much, you could rest your hand on your hip, but just pulling that right shoulder back, drawing the belly button in, that low tummy in. Stay for a breath in. And use an exhale to release and bring that right hand to the floor in the middle of the chest or the shoulders. And as you inhale, starting to reach up with the left arm or resting the hand on the hip. Twisting, starting to activate that low tummy. One more breath in here. And an exhale to let it go. You can move your hands back underneath your shoulders. Spread those fingers wide again. And as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your hips, lift your chest, and then your chin. Exhale, rounding the spine, squeezing the low tummy in the pelvic chakra area. Tuck the chin to the collarbone. And as you inhale, find some length through that low tummy. And exhale. Let's do one more inhale. Drop the belly button. And exhale as you round. Squeeze, push into the palms. And then as you inhale, come back to a nice flat back. Let's tuck the toes underneath and lift the knees up into downward facing dog. So a few moments here, just warming up the body. Pedal the feet if it feels good. Let's think about that low tummy, that pelvic chakra area. That low tummy is squeezing in, drawing the belly button back towards your spine and downward facing dog, and using an inhale to look forwards. Exhale, walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Pause in a forward fold. So you can bend your knees if it feels good. Actually, you guys, I want you to bend your knees so that you can rest your tummy and your chest on top of your thighs. So bend them enough to get there. And you can just bring your hands maybe behind the calves or to the ankles, letting your head be heavy, so creating some length through the back of the neck. And then let's think a little bit more about that chakra. Pull that belly button in, that low tummy. Maybe you could even pull your belly button off of your thighs, but keep your chest connected. And with the hands on the back of the legs, we're going to start to release that. As you inhale, lift your chest for a half lift, maybe creating a little bit more length to the back of the legs, maybe not. Think about that low tummy drawing back towards the spine. Awesome job, you guys. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, folding forwards. Release the low back. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up, and exhale your hands through heart center to your sides. All right, you guys, step your left foot back. Have your block at the top of your mat if you have one, if you're using one today. We're going to find our pyramid stance. So that left foot's going to come back, nice and balanced. Legs are straight, hands to the hips. Take an inhale, nice and proud and long through the spine. As you exhale, start to tip forwards. Tipping forwards, you can bring the hands maybe to the block or to the floor. We're going to drop that chest a little bit. Feeling a nice stretch to the back of that leg. All right, you guys, we're going to take a twist from here. We're really going to fire up that low tummy. So if you're using your block, you could have it right beside your front foot. Your left hand's just going to rest on it. If you don't need your block, you can use the floor. And then we're just going to start to pull the right hip back a little bit. Let's think about turning the belly button to face the right side of the room or wherever you happen to be. Pulling that belly button in. Drawing that right shoulder back, reach up, twist, squeeze that tummy in the whole time. Fire up that pelvic chakra. Breathing through it. Awesome work, you guys. Take one more inhale if you're twisting. And exhale, let it go, folding forwards over that front leg. Get that nice stretch. Awesome job, you guys. Using an inhale. Let's come all the way back up to standing. Move your block if you're able to on the way up. And then bring that back foot to the top of your mat. Feet can be together or hip width apart, but we're just going to tip forward. So hands to the hips, bend those knees, start to fold, and then try to make that connection with the chest and the tummy resting on top of the thighs, and then start to suck that belly button in. Let the head be heavy. If you're able to create a little bit more length, but keep the connection of the chest to the legs, go for it. You might have your hands on the back of your calves to help you. But just breathe. With each exhale you take, think about drawing that low tummy in. Awesome, you guys. Nice and slow. Half lift. Inhale. Lift the chest. Draw the belly button in. One more inhale. And exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up, and exhale. Hands to heart and to your sides. Taking your right foot all the way back, setting up that pyramid, grabbing your block again. If you used it, hands to the hips. Let's take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, tipping forwards. Only go as far as you need to feel a stretch through the back of that left leg, that front leg. Not going for that twist just yet, so fold forwards, relax. You can start to draw the belly button in already though. Nice job, you guys. Moving for that twist, using maybe the floor, your block, or your book for that right hand to rest on top of. Take that belly button, shine it towards the left side of the room. So that left hip wants to pull back a little bit, squeezing that tummy in, reaching up, maybe looking up, twisting. Just breathing a whole lot of love into that pelvic chakra space. That low tummy. Awesome, you guys. Take another inhale. And then exhale to release that twist, folding one last time. Nice work. Bringing your hands back to your hips, use an inhale. Come all the way back up. Your back foot can come to the top of your mat again. Maybe shake those hips side to side a little bit, but just roll those shoulders back and down. And inhale, big reach up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Nice job, you guys. Using an inhale, look forwards again. Exhale, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale as you fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach on up, look up, and exhale your hands through heart center to your sides. Let's take a nice wide stance on the mat, but keep your toes turning out to the corners. We're going to bend our knees, and then we're just going to rock a little bit to open up through the hips. Rock around a little bit. I want you to think about this as a hip opener. So move how you need to move. I need to push my knees a little bit back to get into my hips. Even dropping the chest gets me a little further into those hips. So move however you need to move to open up. Nice job, you guys. All right, we're just going to turn our fingers to point down towards the floor if they're not already. And we're going to drop our right shoulder to the middle. And then we're going to switch and drop the left, a little twist, but also opening up the hips a little bit more. Switching sides, pushing those knees back a little bit. And then one last time. Nice job, you guys. All right, coming back through center, slowly straightening your legs all the way. Take your back foot to the top of your mat again. Done with that, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bring your hands to your mat. Step your feet back into downward facing dog. Awesome, you guys. Lowering your knees down to the floor. Just cross your ankles and have a seat. So bring your legs out in front. We're going to lean back a little bit. So we're coming into boat pose. Your toes might not actually leave the floor, but if you can get them to hover, let them hover. You might want to let go of your legs, but keep some length through that spine. Squeeze that low tummy in, creating some nice heat and strength through that pelvic chakra. Relaxing your shoulders. feel that energy flowing. Breathe. Awesome job, you guys. Let the feet come back down. Just lean forward for a moment. Give yourself a little hug. We're going to move into pigeon from here. That right leg's going to come forwards, and the left leg you can send behind you. So maybe that heel's coming nice and close to that left hip. You guys, we're not folding forward in our pigeon today. We're going to keep our chest lifted. Our chest lifted. So take a few breaths here, maybe even rocking side to side, trying to find that right glute. Maybe that left hip flexor, but we want to create some length through that low tummy all the way up to the chest. Nice job, you guys. So a few more breaths here. If you absolutely need to fold forward for a moment, you can. Sometimes it's a little harder to keep the chest lifted in pigeon. The block can also be a good prop to use to help keep that chest lifted. But if anybody wants to come a little bit further with me today for King Pigeon, we'll try something new. You can reach back for your foot. Just think about bringing that heel towards the glute, opening up the chest or the shoulders. Maybe you can take your gaze forwards again. So wherever you are, whether you're in King Pigeon or just regular pigeon, let's think about that pelvic chakra, that space just below the belly button. Draw it in. Breathe into that space. Just visualize the light shining out through that area. And if you have your foot, gently let it go. And then we're all going to come back all the way into downward facing dog. So whatever that looks like, move at your own rate, your own pace. Just transitioning here. So when you're feeling good, the knees are coming back down, we're crossing the ankles, and we're doing boat pose again, creating strength through that low tummy. So start to lean back. Remember, the toes don't have to leave the floor, but they might want to. You can let go, or you can hang on to the back of your legs. Just breathe. Activate that low tummy, that chakra area. Relax your shoulders. Awesome job, you guys. Let the legs come back down. Start to set up your pigeon on the other side. So few moments here, keeping the chest lifted, sinking into those hips, thinking about creating length all the way from the pelvis up the chest. And if you were coming for that King Pigeon on this side, you can start to reach back for your foot, bringing the heel towards the glute, but then see if you can bring your chest forwards again. Look forwards, creating that length all the way from the pelvis to the top of the chest. And if you've got your foot, gently let it go. Everybody take one more breath here. And then we're just going to meet in downward facing dog, our last downward dog of the class. So come on up, draw the belly button in, take some nice deep breath. One more inhale here. And exhale, slowly bringing your knees to the mat, crossing your ankles, and the legs can come out in front. So let's start with our knees nice and bent. Maybe even wrapping your arms around the bottom of your legs. And just let the forehead find your knees. So you can stay like this, just giving yourself a nice big hug. If you want to walk the feet away from you and find some more length through the legs, maybe your arms get in the way of you coming into your full forward fold. But just a few breaths here. Maybe you can make a connection with the low tummy on the top of your legs. Maybe you can draw your belly button in a little bit. And using an inhale, just start to come back up. Send your legs out long if you haven't already, and spread your feet out nice and wide. We're going to lay all the way down. But I want you to rest your hands one on top of the other on that pelvic chakra area, so right below your belly button. Just closing your eyes and letting all those happy, creative juices flow throughout the body. And I encourage you to stay here longer in Shavasana, with your hands resting on your low tummy. And I hope that you have a really awesome rest of your day until we meet again tomorrow. Namaste.